welcome back, Weirdos and Weeboos, and
welcome to my world. Yay!
Hope you can hear that. I'll just put
I hope I can. Stuff, life.
So, today I'm planning on trying to get Sally to use FL Studio. I got her to get it quite a while ago, but I don't think she's used it at all.
I don't understand music.
Okay, so anyway,
Well, I understand music.
this first half is probably going to be a bit boring, so I imagine I'll do a lot of this off camera. But I'd just like to tell you, my plan is that I'm going to get Sally to use a certain scale of her choice. We're going to see if she can cook something up. If it sounds a bit off, I'll just see what I can do to kind of optimise it. And from there out, I'm basically going to be creating synths off of the ideas she tries to give me. So I'll just pause this now while I try and get Sally to make us a tune. So, Sally's putting a little tune in C major.
Yay, I did decent.
And I'm going to play it for you now, and we decided on 120 BPM.
Hang on, that one.
What?
Maybe be same length as them and everything gets moved up.
But if you want to do that,
Yeah,
then
sure.
you're going to have to add in an extra note.
I know.
Whatever, I'll just... Right, okay.
That sounds like my tune.
Right, okay. So now I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to be doing some adjustments to this.
Yep.
See what I can do with it. Obviously, you can't compose something perfect the first time, and
you're
yeah.
better at this than me. Okay.
I've just had experience.
You
that's
know
all.
how to do this.
I was a lot worse than this when I first started out.
Oh, fair enough.
Anyway, I'm
I
gonna pause
just
this and-
have the music.
Okay, I'm going to pause this and do stuff. Okay, we got something.
We have changes.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird to work. Obviously, it's like weird to work with because, of course, when you first start, you don't really have an idea of what you're supposed to do, and so obviously this would be a lot different to the kind of stuff I would try and make up. But I've tried to make it go like this. I thought the only problem with this really was that using a lot of the notes with the same lengths obviously makes it sound a bit, lifeless. No, that's not like a really much of a criticism to yourself because, again, you're new. And to be honest, I'm very guilty of that. I do tend to put way too much notes of the same length in. But yeah, I've added more variation in terms of the length notes. Now we got this. Right, so I imagine you wouldn't want to stick with a piano.
No, I'd like to do something else. But I like that as a piano, though. That's
so,
sorry.
how is there any kind of idea for what kind of sound you think should play this? If not, I'll just be looking through some of my presets and maybe I'll put that on it.
I don't really have a. Yeah, I don't really have a thing.
Right, okay, let's have a look at what might fit.
I do like it as it is.
Probably
Reminds me of a fairy tale,
yeah. Probably not this one.
No.
That's quite loud.
Go back to the 8-bit keyboard. Sounds like you put a mandolin and a piano together. It's like a mandolin piano.
I don't remember how I got this. Some weird stuff with RM modulation, even though it's quite a simple sound, but it sounds like it.
Sounds like Bob Dylan. It's just silence. Rave party.
If you just see one you really like, just say.
I remember he got war or something.
Oh, wow, yeah. That one. That's a bit of a weird one. this one.
Kibo's alive.
I don't know who that is.
You wouldn't know. You don't want to know.
Probably because it's you and Danganronpa.
Yep. V3.
Best one yet.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I won't go through too many more of these. Okay. I don't remember half of these. I don't know how I got this one. I don't know if I like it or not. It's weird.
So it's called Dystopian Scream. Yeah.
You like those? Some of these are really old.
Go up to the top. I like the 8-bit keyboard.
Ah, really? Okay.
Like I said, it reminds me of like a mandolin and piano, like I had a child or something.
Alright, well I'll just make it a little bit, just not going to do too much heavy mastering because this isn't a serious track, but I will do a little bit of, just let's make it sound good. Like that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Right, okay, so I'm going to put that in and we're going to get rid of this now. There we go. So, chords or drums next? Or you might not even want drums, I don't know. No chords.
Drums / percussion in a sense.
Okay, alright, I'm just going to... Actually, I don't think we'll pause... Yeah, actually we will pause just because I think we need to make some decisions about this. Right, okay, so we decided on some drums. We decided to go for a... And as you can hear, we've mastered them. And as you can see, I've done some side chaining here. I've just been explaining to Sally what side chaining is, which is, if any of you are watching don't know, we do it quite a lot in I forgot to turn off a bit. We do it quite a lot in electronic music production. What we do is we make it so that all the synths, all these like instruments and all that, go quieter when the snare hits or the kick, because it makes the drums seem more powerful than they are. And it is quite hard to convey power inside drums. It's a very effective technique, and it tends to sound very nice. You see it a lot in trap especially. You can see this moving up and down, that's the side chain in action. So that seems quite interesting. Do you like that, Sally?
I like that. It's doing well.
Yep.
This little thing that I pulled out of thin air just seems to be growing somehow with your skills.
Thank you. But anyway, but yeah. So actually, I didn't explain this to you. But basically, the way you make this like change its volume is you can put automation clips on stuff. So I can make it so this moves its knob automatically, which is what this like green stuff is. But
it's blue to me.
Oh, well, it looks green to me. But yeah, when it's I've actually made it so that when it's up, it's down. Just for the sake of
when it's up, it's down. What is this, a nursery rhyme? When they're up, and when they're down, and when they're on the up, they're down.
Because what you don't usually want to do a full side chaining, because then the synth goes to 0, and you don't want the volume to go to 0 that much. Oh yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. You don't really want the volume of the synth to go to 0, so usually I do stuff like this by putting in like this divided by 1.25. Basically, you can see the line doesn't go all the way to the bottom corner.
No.
You can do that if you make it. You should do it the other way, as in it goes down and it goes down. Like it actually follows it.
Yep.
But if you do it that way, you have to do something like actually you have to mathematically figure out where the point it's pointing to is. Here, you don't have to worry about what exact number that is. You can just plop a number in and see if it sounds nice. So I feel like that method's better. But anyway,
probably move to the next part.
Yeah, we're already like running low on time, but
I do running low on time. We have not much.
Yes, we have no time.
Yes.
But we'll see you in the next one then. Bye for like 5 minutes.